Hey guys, it's Olivia. How's it going? So today I'm very excited to be reviewing the season 6 premiere. I know it's almost Sunday again. It's already Thursday today. I'm going to get my notes here, and if you watch the show, keep watching and we can share our thoughts. If you don't watch the show, well, you don't have to watch this. But I do know for a fact, based on the amount of views I get from my Once Upon a Time videos, you guys really enjoy these videos, so I hope you enjoy this review. And I can recommend one other guy here on YouTube. He is other Robert on YouTube. He basically reviews every single thing that once releases. So the episode itself was very predictable. I was able to mush parts together even before the premiere. So they had this scene where CS was Captain Simone was like, I think ABC may have given a phone call to like HBO and be like, hey, have any suggestions on how to make a family show into a little base 2. That's a little bit of what this scene went into. They didn't get undressed or anything. She kind of fell on the couch and they were kind of a makeout session, but it wasn't standing up, that's for sure. A flying blimp that was holding the characters from the Land of Untold Stories, which is the land that we were introduced to in season 5 finale. They're flying in that and then it crashes and causes an earthquake and interrupts them. I was like, no, it's not gonna happen. Sometimes the show is very predictable because that's exactly what happened. The whole Storybook gang is going to investigate that. Do you guys remember when I did my video reviewing the Comic-Con clips? They released the opening scene, which was where we were introduced to Aladdin. Apparently, Aladdin is a savior as well. So he's visited by Jafar, and Jafar says, saviors don't get happy endings. Yet I laughed my head off at that because I was like, Emma's a savior as well, and she and Killian are pretty much each other's happy endings, or we don't really know what Emma's happy ending is, or maybe we've been told in the past, I can't remember, but we know that Hook's happy ending is Emma. That just makes us question, A, does Emma have a happy ending? B, what does Jafar mean? Something's gonna happen. Nextly, I have to say, I apologize to all you Rumbell fans. Just cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. I have almost lost all respect for Rumbell. They don't get a moment of peace in their relationship. And I will be honest, I do like Belle as a character, but when it comes to her and Rumple, it's just like, I don't understand why they can't just be happy. In this episode, obviously Rumple wants to wake Belle because she put herself under a sleeping curse to save her from, I think, Mr. Hyde? Can't remember. Rumple meets Morpheus, the god of dreams, and goes into Belle's dream world to try and wake her. He decides, okay, I'm gonna reenact a moment in our past where they're dancing. She's got their yellow dress on. They're dancing. She starts realizing this is a dream. So they discover that Morpheus is only posing as Morpheus, and he's really Rumple and Belle's son. And this is how we realize this, is like, Belle's like, how do I know you? And he's like, you've known me since the day you were conceived. This was like a like moment for us fans, because like, never suspected that. And I think I didn't really know how to feel about that reveal. I wasn't really sure to feel either like, oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I didn't really know. I liked this parallel, by the way. Belle's son wakes her by kissing her on the head, which is exactly what Emma did back in season 1 with Henry. When Belle wakes up, she's like, our son gave me a warning to stay away from you. And I'm like, seriously? Rumpel made a deal with Mr. Hyde from the Land of Untold Stories that in exchange to help wake Belle, Storybrooke now belongs to Hyde. So that being said, people from the Land of Untold Stories have now arrived because the blimp crashed and the whole gang looked at it. So all different kinds of stories are going to be wanting to be dived into. We caught people from Agrabah, people from Victorian England. We caught the Three Musketeers. Adding on to that, when the blimp arrives in Storybook, it falters and crashes into the forest. So the whole gang is looking. Something that happens is while they're looking at things on the ground, something crashes and Emma has like this really like rigid, like flashy vision of something. She's got a sword, she's fighting a hooded figure. Her hand starts doing this and we don't know why it's doing that. And she has a vision of something. In the premiere, when we see Jafar, there's a girl who turns to Jafar and she's like, he's not seeing anyone today. I didn't think this girl was going to be important. I thought she was just like some servant. Later on in the episode, when Hook is trying to break into Emma and be like, why is your hand doing this? Emma meets that same servant girl. She's not a servant girl. She is very important. She used to be what was called an oracle. Basically, she can tell the future. So she has this bird with red eyes, and she's like looking to the bird. Emma basically sees her death. She's fighting a hooded figure, and she drops her sword, and then it goes away in a puff of red smoke, and I'm like, for a split second, I was just like, I bet that's Rumpelstiltskin. But he does not wear a hood like that. So I'm like, we don't know who it is. If it's Nimue, I'm like, why would you bring Nimue back? But she's going to die. This girl shows her the future. Like, this is not a trick or anything. This is going to be Emma's future. She's like, this is going to be your future if you do not find a way to change it. And Emma's just like, there has to be another way. This can't be happening. She's like, it's happening. There's no joke. This is your future. You have to find a way to change your future. If Emma doesn't do something, we're not going to have a savior anymore. Emma cannot die because she's the main character. Last thing is the evil queen is now separate from Regina. And now she's on the loose, and she, at the end of the episode, she went to Regina's house for some sisterly bonding. And we actually, I think Selena might be a little scared, but also a little happy, because in an earlier scene, Selena gets kind of mad at Regina, and she's like, when you got rid of the evil queen, you got rid of the part of you that's most like me. And I was like, so you're basically calling your sister evil. Like, we know that you were good in your past, but why can't you accept that you guys are both trying to not be who you used to be? But she's just like all upset, and I'm just like, are you not trying to like... Okay guys, so that was my entire review of the premiere. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to follow me or like contact me in any way, social links down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Have a magical day, guys.